Well, that's super exciting. I guess
New.
OnlyFans
they're
took a little less bandwidth for us now.
on.
Hey,
That's the way to
everybody.
start.
Happy Tuesday. Thanks for finding the Geek Spot, anybody that has found it. If it's not Tuesday and you're listening, happy whatever day of the week it happens to be where you're at. Thank you for finding the Geek Spot with us as well. I'm Jack. That's Frank. Here to discuss all things D23, DC, Lantern, Silo, Reacher, X-Men, sort of Strange New Worlds, Stuart failing universes and things.
Yeah, we get to actually. Yeah.
Maybe some Dead Cities and Cave Crusaders, but probably not this week. So we should jump right into it, I think, since we were a little delayed due to some we'll say bandwidth with our streaming partners issues. What have you been up to, man?
Yeah. It's been a quiet 2 weeks. I had the summer league finals where we went to the finals for the fourth straight season, and we lost for the fourth straight season. So
consistency is really what you're going for, though, right?
I am making wholesale changes. As we know, I'm going 3 weeks. Be going for 2. I am going to trim the beard down. I'm going to get rid of the length down here and kind of tighten it up. Shave the head. Start doing some yoga, and because once the fall comes, I have the Sunday league, the over 50 league, and then the at least one team that I'm on, possibly another.
Oh, that sounds pretty exciting.
It's going to be a lot. But I'm old, and I'm not going to be able to do this forever.
Oh,
so there's that. But other than that, it's been quiet, really quiet. What about you? You've got way more going on usually.
No, not so much right now. I've been busy. Was busy gigging all week. So that was hanging me up from getting to do some things. Did some more college visits in that stretch. So driving around to some of those, doing I forget. I don't even remember where I was. I played a new place over in Jersey called Dunleavy's. I played Barnaby's in Aston. I played somewhere else Friday. I should probably know where it is. But yeah, stuff and work. Oh, Harrigan's, good old Harrigan's out in Hatboro. This week I'm at Stevens on State down in Media Thursday, and Fireside Inn on Saturday in Feasterville, and Sunday I'm down at the Shore Pig Dog Beach Bar. If you're down in Wildwood Sunday, stop on out. It's right at the end of the Seaport Pier.
I like
good times. Good times await anybody that feels like stopping out to see that show.
If I was not driving to Florida in 3 weeks, I actually might do that, but no.
I don't believe a word you're saying, but that's nice.
I would. I love Wildwood. I like to go at least once a year to get fudge.
Oh, I would assume there's fudge on the pier. I'm not sure.
It's down at Laura's, down at the other end.
Got it. But we got so much stuff to cover. We enough about us.
Enough.
Right? I think there might be a list of some sort going on this week.
Well, wait, this week? Well, it is a little bit of a list. It's more like what happened at D23.
That's a great list. A list of things D23-ish. That sounds delightful.
Yes, we're gonna start right in with they had a Marvel cast. They had the cast of Doomsday, some of the cast of Doomsday. Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, and Haley Atwell. There was a special new look trailer, which looked good. Again, December 18th, 2026, Doomsday comes out. But hold on, because tied to that list is the small list of movies that you should watch before Doomsday. Disney Plus, Marvel, they released a list of what would be considered required or suggested viewing.
I would assume only one or two things, right?
Only one or two things. It's a small, minute. If you add it all together, it's a small, minute amount of 42 hours worth of content, roughly 2 days. So you have X-Men and X2, okay, from the old Fox movies.
Just
you have
interesting choices.
Right. Well, yeah, but I guess unless I don't want to know anything about the movie. I don't need to see another trailer. I don't need to see any leaked footage. I don't want to see your theories. Like, I don't care. I just want to see the movie now. Right? I've seen enough trailers. So X-Men and X2, Captain America: The First Avenger is suggested viewing, which is on FX basically every weekend anyway.
That's so you know who Steve Rogers is, because there's people that are going to see Doomsday that don't know who Steve Rogers is, I guess.
Correct. Maybe. Then you have the Avengers movie, the first one, Infinity War and Endgame. And it just says Loki. But I would suggest Loki 1 and 2. If you're going to do Loki, you may as well just do both.
It sounds like you got to watch the whole show. So go watch the whole show, which is another 16 hours. Right.
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I really didn't hate. I kind of enjoyed that movie. I really did. Spider-Man: No Way Home. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Yeah. Captain America: Brave New World.
That's so you know who Submariner and
so you know who
Shuri.
Submariner and Shuri is, and you understand the dynamics. Yeah.
Yep.
Captain America: Brave New World gives you the introduction to the Thunderbolts asterisk and characters in that movie, right?
No, Thunderbolts gives you the introduction to Thunderbolts characters.
Thunderbolts, yeah.
Captain America: Brave New World lets you know that Sam Wilson took over as Captain America.
It's Captain America. And that's really all you need to know about that movie.
I would assume there's nothing else from that movie getting pulled into this, unless they're going to pull in the leader.
Maybe the leader. I mean,
I doubt we're getting Giancarlo Esposito as Sidewinder, which is the only other thing that happened in that movie.
Didn't the Hulk do more damage to the White House? Then never mind.
But you'll get and to know who the new Falcon is. Otherwise, you'll have no idea.
Right. Then we have Deadpool and Wolverine, which apparently they're both in it. The clip of Hugh Jackman kind of begging Feige that to be in the movie with Ryan Reynolds off screen, like basically telling him what to say, was pretty funny to watch. But Deadpool and Wolverine will give you an kind of insight, I guess, into like a battle world type of thing, and maybe those extra characters that do show up, that may show up in Doomsday.
I bet they are at the very end of Doomsday. I bet they're like a post-credit scene or something, those two.
I don't think Gambit is, but Deadpool and Wolverine might
those
be.
two, that's what I mean. I think those two are.
And unfortunately, you do have to sit through Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. That is one of the suggestions.
That's so you know what incursions are.
So you know what incursions are. So you get an introduction into...
You know why Charlize Theron is dressed up as Doctor Doom? Oh, is that a spoiler? Possibly.
Maybe. And Thunderbolts asterisk, that, as I said earlier, wrongly, this will introduce you to the Thunderbolts / New Avengers, who would probably be a bigger role in this movie. And the Fantastic Four First Steps, which actually kind of leads you into Doctor Doom a little bit with the end credit scene, and it introduces you to who the Fantastic Four of this at Marvel Universe is.
Yep.
And it's only 42 hours. So, get watching. You got time.
Sounds great. Oh, yeah. Well, but you have to wait to see Infinity or Endgame in the theater.
Correct.
So you get the extra footage. So you have to wait till that drops before you can start all of the movies that came after that.
Which that drops in November?
No, that's September. It's next
September.
month.
Okay. So look, it's perfect. You go watch Endgame, then you go sit home for 42 hours. You don't talk to your friends, family, loved ones, nothing. You sit and you watch Marvel. That's what you do. That's what they want.
That is.
We
It's
got
the
an
only way they're getting able to
untitled.
watch those movies.
Some of them, yes. We got an untitled X-Men film, and we can talk about the cast a little later if you want, or if we can, if you want to just do it now and get it out of the way.
Sure, we can do all.
Okay.
Let's hit all things X right now.
So the cast, the core cast came together at D23. This is a spoiler for Spider-Man, which has grossed $2 billion already.
Yes, I don't think you can spoil that at this point, right?
Yeah.
It's only $1 billion behind Avatar.
That's it. And it's what, 2 weeks out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it finally had a slow day yesterday,
Oh,
Monday,
no.
yesterday.
Oh no. All right. So the cast that was introduced was Sadie Sink as Jean Grey, Kit Connor as Cyclops, Samara Weaving as Emma Frost, Indy Navarrete as Rogue, Maya Boyd as Storm, Christopher Abbott as Professor Xavier, and Adam Driver, who teased everyone with a video saying that he was Magneto, but he's actually playing Nathaniel Milbury.
Yeah.
So we both have different thoughts on the cast.
I believe we do. By the way, Spider-Man has moved in number 8 all time.
All time after
All time.
3 weeks.
It has taken out No Way Home already.
That's insane.
And it will probably take out Infinity War by the weekend. And maybe The Force Awakens by the end of next weekend.
That's insane.
And then it has some work to do.
Right.
To catch the Avatars, the Endgames, and the Titanic.
They can just re-release it a couple times. But what are your thoughts on the cast?
Oh, I get to go first? Oh.
Yes.
Look, I don't have, let me preface this. I don't have anything against any of these actors or actresses or any of that. You preface with that. I also don't know that this X-Men is for me. I think this X-Men's for the generations after me, which is great. Good for them. Do that. I don't know that their target demographic should still be like 50-year-old guys. Probably not. You know, at this point in their evolution of this product, it should still be the younger demographic so they can get them for the next 10 years of the saga. But as far as like I don't know most of their bodies of work. I know Sadie Sink from Stranger Things and from Brand New Day.
Yep.
Don't love the take on Jean I've seen so far.
Fair.
Because I'd like it. Well, it depends on where we're going with the story. Because this is counter to all of the storytelling or all the things we saw. They're going to start with the original X-Men. It's like, well, they're not. This also leaves out Samara Weaving, doesn't? Or did you say Samara?
No, I said her. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I said her.
They're telling like a more current X-Men story too, it seems, because we're getting White Queen as a major character.
We also did not get an official Magneto casting. I'm sure they left a couple of names out.
Well, but I don't know that we'll get Magneto in this one. You don't need Magneto if we have Mr. Sinister.
You don't need Magneto. You can tease him at the end, and apparently one of the rumors floating around is that the Magneto that we get will move his origin up from the Holocaust and not include that, and they're going to make it a more modern.
You don't have a choice.
Modern, right? You can't. It's too far back to keep going back to that now. And they said that possibly maybe they'll do like the fall of Genosha or something major to trigger him to the same way.
It's a whole other issue doing the fall of Genosha for, because that's a massive storyline you have to set up your universe to tell,
right?
To do it well, in my opinion.
Again, that was just a rumor, so that. But
I bet it's from apartheid, is where we get it. From. Depending on how old they cast, because look, the guy playing Professor X is in his 30s. So if you're casting a Magneto in that same age range, because they're supposed to be peers, age-wise and everything, you got to think back to what are we looking at? When was the last? What massive Holocaust-esque event would have happened in the last 20 years, 30 years? So, I don't know where they'll pull that from. What I guarantee it will change Magneto's ethnicity and full background, which, again, I don't have a problem with. But
it's a shame that you can't go back to McAvoy and Fassbender. I know McAvoy's 47, Fassbender's 49. Getting them each for 10 more years. You want to go younger. I get it.
It's a 40 years younger.
Huh?
They're still 40 years younger than the two playing it in this next movie.
Well, that's true. But go ahead. I don't know everybody in this cast except, again, like you said, Sadie Sink. I know her from the last movie and from Stranger Things, and Indy I only know from Superman and Lois, and the character that she played the first couple of seasons was a little on the whiny side.
Yeah. But look, she's got that box office juice right now from Obsession.
She does. So that was the X-Men film. I am not as. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say releasing in less than 2 years.
Yeah, before Batman probably. Before Batman 2 probably. We'll probably get Grand Theft Auto 6 DLC before we get Batman 2.
It will actually release only 3 months after Batman 2.
Sure it will. Batman 2 is getting delayed again. I'm looking forward to see what they're going to do. I know there's a lot of stuff online about Indy playing Rogue, not being a Southern belle, and oh my God, the accent better be right, the cakes better be right. Like I get it.
That's the thing. It's going to be a completely different take.
It might be, and that's the world we're in.
But I don't have problems with changing things as long as they're not inherent to the character.
Right.
And like that vibe is inherent to the character. I don't mind getting away from the Gambit love storyline because that is killing me on X-Men 97.
I'm glad I'm not watching.
I passed out in the finale and have no interest in going and finishing it. So unfortunately, X-Men 97 really dropped off. I didn't love the first season. The second season was rough, in my opinion.
So we got Mandalorian and Grogu that the feature film will arrive on Disney Plus on September 2nd. It'll probably do better on streaming than it did in the theater, I would guess.
100%.
I don't need to watch it again.
No,
it's not some, and I love that universe, but that's not me personally.
Charles, I think we said hi. T, hey, what's up, man?
Yes.
Thanks for joining.
October 14th, 2026, we get Vision Quest. James Spader as
Did you
James.
watch the trailer?
I actually really liked the trailer. I actually really liked the trailer. Paul Bettany's returning, and so it's Paul Bettany. It's Vision in his human form. It's Ultron in his human form. James Spader just looks wild, and I love it. It's the robot arm dummy in its human form, and Friday in her human form. All in his mind.
And Jarvis.
I'm sorry. And Jarvis.
From cast as the person from Peggy Carter, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
The OG Jarvis.
As the one that played Jarvis in that show. Christopher or something, yeah.
Yeah. Listen.
I might be
wrong. I dug WandaVision, I think, way more than you did. So
but I think I liked Agatha all along better than you did, so
yeah, a little bit. So it works, and this is the closure of the trilogy of Vision and Wanda and Vision. So, okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, even though they and we're gonna bring the kids in.
Yes. Yeah, at least one.
Yeah, at least Wiccan. No, the fast one.
Not the one from Agatha. The other one, right?
Yes, I think it's the one from Agatha that they're bringing in.
That's Wiccan. The one from Agatha.
Oh, then the other one. Sorry,
that's the speedster. Yeah. Okay, I mean, look, October 14th. It's probably what, 8 episodes. It's fine.
If that, I bet it's 6.
Yeah, that's fine. We got the announcement of a live action Tangled. Tegan Croft as Rapunzel, Milo Manheim as Flynn Rider, and Catherine Hahn as Mother Gothel.
It's going to be great.
That's going to be March 31st, 2028. Little girls everywhere are going to want to see this. I never saw the original Tangled.
It's great. Other than problematic for having Zach Levi in it as a voice actor, but other than that, it's fantastic.
We got Oswald, a Disney Plus series. This is the hybrid live action animation series centered on Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, directed by Jon Favreau. It's a family movie.
He was the precursor to Mickey.
Okay.
In that whole design methodology and in the epic Mickey games. It's all about Oswald versus Mickey, basically, where Oswald was the original character that was pushed aside when Mickey and Steamboat Willie became a character. So it's this like the second one you play as Oswald and you play as Mickey. Cool character.
Okay. Percy Jackson and the Olympians season 3, the first teaser trailer debuted. Oswald will be out February 17, 2027. Percy Jackson will be out November 20th of this year.
Yep. Yeah, they finally figured out their thing because their break between their first 2 seasons was like 3 years, 4 years. It was long because they didn't get picked up until the season was over. This season is coming a year after last season, so it's actually timed well.
All right, I'll blow through most of this Pixar Disney animated feature slate, right? We have Ghost Market, first teaser unveiled for Pixar's original film exploring a hidden magical world where ghosts barter and trade. That's coming early 2028. The Incredibles 3, finally, right? It's only been how many years
since Incredibles 2? Maybe 8, 9.
We got official concept art was revealed showing new hero suits and villain silhouettes to be determined.
Look, they do those movies right, so I don't mind the delay there.
Yeah. We're getting a Simpsons movie sequel.
No.
In September 2027.
Don't need it.
We got a Bluey movie coming. Frozen 3, November 24th, 2027. Kristen Bell, Idina Menzel, and Josh Gad. They performed all new original songs written for the film. That's great. That's going to make $1 billion. Another Ice Age Boiling Point, February 5th, 2027.
John Leguizamo's got more houses to pay for, man. You know.
Yeah. Introducing Jurassic Scrat.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. And then we have Lilo and Stitch 2. Production starts in Hawaii with Chris Sanders returning direct May 26, 2028.
I enjoyed the live action.
The first one did over $1 billion. So, you know, that $1 billion mark doesn't seem to be that hard to reach anymore for some things.
For proven properties right now. We'll see what else can hit it.
And then we just got a bunch of park updates.
There was a couple there was Romy and Michelle 2 got announced.
Romy and Michelle, like the
high school reunion. Yeah.
Okay. That was not on this.
That's her and Mia Sorvino. That's fun.
Okay.
I would assume going to like their 35th or 40th reunion now.
Easily.
Which will be neat, right? Especially for people of a certain age. Kingdom Hearts is getting a TV show.
Yes, I did see that. My son was very excited. JJ was extremely excited. I think JJ started crying.
Coco 2, Zootopia 3 got announced too.
I have the worst list.
Which Coco was fantastic. I don't know that we need a 2, so I'm intrigued to see how that goes. And the other announcement that came out, I don't know if this was at D23 or not, but Ghost Rider got a date, it seems.
It did. What's the date?
Was that at D23 or is that we holding that for news?
Actually, I actually have that right here. Oh my God. Look at that. Throw it out there now.
It is 2 months after X-Men. So screw all of you people with, we're going to do one movie a year. Nope. Right back at it. As soon as we get to phase 7, we're right back into multiple movies and TV shows every year.
Yeah, but now we'll see if we're going to get 3 or 4. Like TV shows, I don't care about that as much. But I don't like for Secret Wars, I don't want to have to watch 40 more hours of, and I love Marvel. I am a Marvel shill most of the time, but I don't want to have to watch another 40 hours of Marvel shows and movies and stuff to catch up for Secret Wars.
You're right.
But no, but D23 was fun. I actually forgot most of the stuff that was going on. The park updates are neat. I'm not going to go through the park updates because I already closed the webpage.
That's fine.
And the news. some quick news before we go, because there's been a lot of shows we watched. We did. Yeah.
I didn't want to lessen it by not giving you your intro.
Oh, I vamped for it. I knew you were going. I vamped for it. Before the year is over, Fast Forever will start filming. We're gonna get this for
that's
Batman.
Still gonna be a thing?
Can't wait. It is the thing.
With a cast of thousands.
The cast is ready. It did. That's the way it is.
Cast of thousands. They've been waiting for Gal Gadot to free up.
Well, of course, you have to. After her Walk of Fame star, it's been an uphill climb of her just getting work after work after work.
Supposedly.
A report came out earlier today that seemed to confirm Sebastian Stan playing Harvey Dent in the Batman 2, as Sebastian Stan confirmed it back in May. However, there's also a report that Brian Tyree Henry is playing Harvey Dent in the Batman 2, and Sebastian Stan is playing Victor Zsasz. There's a report that Scarlett Johansson is playing Poison Ivy, but also a report that she's playing Harvey Dent's wife. So, what we know about Sebastian Stan's role is he's in the Batman 2.
Right.
That's what we know.
Right. We know that they are all in the movie that's coming out sometime in the next 7 years.
Correct. That's it. That's what we know.
Maybe it will. Who knows at this point?
Maybe.
If they're not done filming before WB sells to somebody, they're I think they're gonna be shut of luck.
Apparently, the Avengers Doomsday pre-sale tickets are higher than the Spider-Man pre-sale numbers, and the Spider-Man pre-sale numbers were really high.
Yeah, it's good.
So
I don't have mine yet,
Doomsday.
but I also didn't buy Doomsday tickets in advance. So
I did because I want to see it in
Infinity Vision.
In fake vision, and we made up vision so that we could just the reason why they lost their spot to Dune was because the Russo brothers did not have a finished script and delayed the movie. That's why the movie got delayed, because the script wasn't done. They would have met if they would have met their date, they would have had that IMAX movie and pushed Dune or something.
It was supposed to be earlier, wasn't it?
Yes. Right now, Dune's crushing it at Dune. IMAX tickets went on sale today and has absolutely obliterated the AMC app and the websites. That's going to make a lot of money.
Yeah, which is weird because I feel like the first two didn't make that much money.
One other announcement at D23 was Harrison Ford is returning to Indiana Jones.
God damn it.
But it's to serve as the model for the Indiana Jones' new attraction at Disney World. The new attraction will be at Disney Animal Kingdom in Orlando and will be called Indiana Jones and Myth of the Jade Serpent. So he's just going to be a model. Hopefully they use a younger him as a model and not the current version of Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
But that's cool. And if you get his voice or he allows them to use his voice from yesteryear, cool. But no, he's not making another movie. He is coming to a rock.
Dune, by the way, the first one made $400 million. The second one made $700 million.
Okay, so this one's definitely going to make $1 billion.
Maybe.
Probably.
I don't know. The first two were fine.
Are these movies making $1 billion because that many people are going to see them, or the price of tickets has gone up so much that it's?
I haven't seen the inflation adjusted.
Okay.
Version, but I mean, I think the more advanced formats drive additional revenue, right? Like the Odyssey, if everybody hadn't been going to 70 millimeter, which is even more expensive than regular IMAX, it wouldn't have hit the numbers that it hit. But the fact that everybody wanted to see that in the premium format, I think really helped their numbers. Same thing with Avatar when it came out, right? Like the reason it did so well is it only played for the first one in IMAX and
Right.
amazingly well. And then they were like, oh, well, let's release it regular now. Oh, well, let's re-release it in IMAX so people can go see it that way again. Well, let's do it again. Like Endgame will definitely take out that after this re-release this summer. So
Probably. And then Avatar will re-release again next year.
I don't know. James said he's done with it.
Yeah, he's done making new ones, but you can always re-release the movie with no new footage and just people will go, oh.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's all the newsy stuff because we got stuff to watch. We
both watched stuff.
There was a lot of stuff I watched.
Do you want to go? How do you want to go? You want to go release date?
Yeah, whatever. You drive it. I'll comment it.
So I think in the middle of last week we got a new episode of Strange New Worlds, and we got a new episode of Ted Lasso. I only watched one of them.
You did not watch Ted Lasso.
I did not. I'm not super interested in this season.
Okay, that's fair.
Not because I don't like women's soccer, because I do. The pilot for season 4 did not pull me in to be like, I can't wait for the next one.
It gets better,
Okay.
but it's Strange New Worlds was. I like a noir show, and I love Star Trek, and this was a rough episode to get through. This was at least a 2. Like I had to pause this twice, at least twice, and go back to.
I think I dipped out for the middle like 25 minutes, and then I went back, and I was like, oh yeah, so I didn't miss anything. Great. Yeah, not a lot happened. This felt like a filler episode, which I don't know that this show needs filler episodes.
Not with a short season and where you're trying to I understand they're trying to do Planet of the Week kind of a thing, and that's fine. But now this week's apparently is the puppet episode.
Oh,
so I'm kind of looking forward to that.
Look, as long I think it's tough because the last few seasons kind of were, even though they had the one-offs and the planet things, they were still moving their overarching story forward well. I haven't gotten that yet this season. It really feels just like every episode is a bottle episode.
It does. The only throughput storyline that they're just kind of teasing a little bit here and there is the La'an thing, but even that is kind of pushed way into the background. Like after the dinosaur episode, that is kind of pushed into the background and it's casually mentioned here and there. And I don't want it to take over the whole season, but if you're trying to do something
and they're so slow rolling it.
Yes. We have what, 4 episodes left this season or 8 episode seasons? 5 episodes this season and then 6 episodes next season.
6 left this season.
6 and then 5. So there's 11 total episodes to get us to Kirk's Enterprise.
And IMDb already has the description for every episode the rest of the season. Oh, well, that's awkward.
That's not something I'm going to read. Yeah, but
they're vague.
I have praised this show every week, and this is the first week where I can. Even the singing episode, I love the singing episode.
Because it felt like there was a reason for it, and they still had the engineer, who was amazing.
Yes, and this episode is just.
Yeah, the last 2 have been rough for me. Actually every episode except for the opener this season have been a little questionable. The horror episode, and then the vacation party, the hangover episode, and then the film noir episode have all been rough. So fingers crossed for this week's episode of that. And Frank said, go for Ted Lasso if you are so inclined. The same day we actually had a Reacher.
Lasso's been a lot of fun.
Cool, good to know. So if you're into Ted Lasso, let us know. I'll catch up on it this weekend, I'm sure. Reacher dropped the same day as all of this last week.
It did.
In the city of brotherly love. No spoilers, but in the city of brotherly love this season. Now we'll get to spoilers. So if you haven't watched Reacher, go watch Reacher. Come back in like 60 to 75 seconds. Pause it. Go watch it. Come back.
Yeah. I can just tell you without actually really spoiling that so far.
I'm loving this season.
I'm not really drawn into the why yet. I'm waiting for the twist that comes mid-season usually. Like they're making you look here and then they do something to make you look over here and then you're like, oh, okay.
Are you all 3 episodes in?
I'm all 3 episodes in.
Okay.
I'm bored by the reasoning of what's going on right now. I just it's not. Then again, I was also kind of mildly bored of House of the Dragon too, so maybe it's just me right now. The biggest problem I had with the 3 episodes was, for the love of God, stop using the snowballs and Santa Claus thing. Please let it go. It was 1960 freaking 8. Let it go.
Yeah, but that's still a good descriptor of the city for everybody not from Philly. You know, but he also ruins it by coming to Philly and getting a cheesesteak with peppers on it, so like he can go F himself.
Oh, he did a whiz wit, and I was like, okay, I get you're just throwing it out there, and I love seeing Philadelphia, but then later on he got one with peppers, and it's just ugh.
That was his breakfast, was with pepper. I was like,
No.
Look, the Philly stuff's it's enjoyable to see that somehow they made Vancouver or Atlanta, wherever they're filming it. No,
that was Philly.
Did they shoot stuff on location? Because I don't remember hearing they were filming on location at Philly.
Absolutely, they filmed on location. That is the police district when they were running.
I mean, it looked like Philly, so like
it was when they were running down when they were running down the street and they sat at the outside restaurant and were like looking at menus. No, I remember seeing pictures back when they filmed that they were like actually here in Philly for a couple weeks filming stuff.
Nice. I didn't realize that, but yeah,
not to be Vancouver once or Cleveland.
Well, they're usually Atlanta, I think, is where they usually film.
Right.
But they, other than the love story, which you got to have for this schlocky stuff, that was so forced. Other than that, I'm having a blast this season. I like all the actors; they're all doing a great job, which I appreciate. And the writing's interesting enough to keep me in. As we keep peeling back layers, and every episode ends with another twist. Not the big twist yet. We'll get there, but I'm in on Reacher. I'm enjoying it so far because he's just so goddamn charismatic.
We're so backwards on these.
X-Men 97, like I said earlier, I'd love to review the finale, but I didn't care. I wanted to so much. I wanted to be into that show this season, and I didn't care about any of the storyline they were telling. I did see an article.
That's not something you're going to spoil for me.
I did see an article today with Bo DeMeo, who was the one that originally wrote this and then got let go. Hey, you're back. You're not.
No. Now I got all the bars.
Nice. Who was the showrunner for the first season, is still credited as executive producer, and I think still credited as showrunner. He had a very different idea and kind of talked through, once the finale dropped, all his ideas for the season. I think his season would have been way better, focusing on like more of the time shift stuff than he wanted to do, and an Onslaught storyline versus just digging in on this apocalypse crap the whole season, which was just too supernatural, whimsical. The way they tried pulling it and tying, I didn't love the story, so I was out.
Gotcha.
Then Friday it's a busy week, man. And Friday, Silo dropped a new episode. Was there a Thursday? What was Thursday?
Thursday. You finally bit the bullet and watched the Stuart Saves the Universe or Fails to Save the Universe show.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Thursday.
But no, it's Sunday drop.
That's a Sunday drop. So Silo dropped on Friday, huh?
Thursday, I watched it finally. I think after our episode.
So Silo, huh?
But Silo, awesome episode. Finally, really moving the story. We get a new actor in Colin Hanks, who He's
Yeah, he was
he's
really good.
he's dieting.
A little bit.
Um, or
Actually,
or or
when
he's really old. I don't know I don't know how that happened, but
I first saw him, I thought it was who's the guy from The Flash? That played
Grant Gustin,
no, the other guy.
Tom
Yeah.
Cavanaugh.
Yeah. Tom Cavanaugh. I thought it was Tom Cavanaugh at first, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I did the insight thing, and it said Colin Hanks, and I was like, "Oh, okay, well that's cool too."
Colin Hanks is younger than me, so okay, great,
Oh.
great. But that's still older than I would think for Colin Hanks.
We have what, 2 more this season?
Silo, like 4.
4
We're
more?
only on
Okay.
I think we're only on episode 6.
Last week too.
You were
Yeah.
confused last week too. You thought it was 8 episodes. It's 10.
Okay.
And
we're
we're
at
only
6?
on episode 7. So there's 3 left.
7. Okay. Oh no, this week was fantastic. We finally got to see the big digger machine in action. Well, sort of.
Yeah. So it's again spoilers for Silo. Where
Okay.
we either this is the test silo that they're making, or all of the silo stuff is whatever is left of Georgia
Right.
or North Carolina. Carolina is it?
North
It might be
Carolina.
Carolina. They were.
Yeah.
But we get a
Now-
quick.
I think it's near New Orleans.
Is it Louisiana?
think so.
Wherever, somewhere
Okay.
in the south,
I'll find it.
southeast. We get a real. Don't. It'll spoil it for you. It'll pull book spoilers and ruin everything for you.
Nah. Not going that deep into it.
We did get
right.
introduced.
They're located in Fulton County, Georgia, just outside
Okay.
of Atlanta. That's it. Click away. Okay.
I'm not sure if I agree with the initial fate of Lucas, Kyle, and Kennedy. That happens in this episode. I don't think that's if they would have shown it if that's what happened.
Right.
So I think there's going to be some kind of reveal with them because Lucas Kyle seems to be a really hard guy to kill.
Yeah, he does. He just keeps showing it.
So I don't know that I buy what we were told about their fate at the beginning of the episode. So I think there'll be more to come on that. Even though I don't really care about the Silo 19 storyline. But I thought this was great because it finally really started moving both the past and present, or past and future, whatever we want to, present, whatever.
We're trying to get them to act finally.
Both storylines are starting to make some big strides to see what happened and how it all worked. And I guess we're making it all against the technocracy and the oligarchs. We're going to go with those guys bad. And it's going to be one of those stories of a dystopian future brought upon by ourselves and our and all that. So that's
unless that this is just a space. And again, I don't know anything about the books, but this could just be the space where the silos are, and the rest of the world outside and around the silos is fine.
Could be.
Who knows?
And who knows if the hundreds of years people have supposedly been losing their minds is accurate. Maybe. Who knows? We'll find out. Or if people keep getting like knocked out and they just build a bunch of stuff to make them think time passed and it's really only been like 2 years, but they don't know because they keep forgetting.
That'd be fun.
So then that brings us to Sunday. I'm behind on Dead City, so I will catch up on that. Not that any of you care about Dead City, but it's been good.
I'm behind too.
Which brings us to Stuart fails to save the universe, which Frank talked about last week, and I said, all right, let me go give this a shot. The show's fantastic.
Episode 1 didn't suck me right in, but after that, it totally sucked me in because it's so absurd.
Yeah, and it's just fun. It's well written.
Yes.
Look, anybody that's been a sitcom person at any point in their lives and enjoyed Big Bang or Two and a Half Men or Murphy Brown or whatever other shows he did. The guy has ties to the Geek Spot area. Chuck Lorre wrote the theme song to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the TV show back in the 80s.
Yeah.
On like a whim, on a like alcohol induced binge with his buddy on one night when they got an assignment to, hey, go write this theme song. And they said, okay. And they wrote it. But yeah, I think the show is a blast, and I know enough Big Bang that I'm getting all the references for the most part. I don't get Gary, but other than
Right.
that, I've gotten all the references, and they're super fun.
Yeah, it's fun, and the fact that they're bringing a different cast member back every episode makes you wonder if I don't really see Jim Parsons doing it again because he's been very, very vocal in interviews that I've seen even recently about how he hated his time on the show and he was miserable in his personal life. And it wasn't that he hated the show, but he just wasn't a happy person. And if you go back and you look at Rainn Wilson was the same way. He did not enjoy he wasn't enjoying his life when he was on The Office. And now he can look back on it and enjoy it.
Yeah, he enjoys those royalty checks.
Of course he does.
Every day that they come in the mail.
Right. Jim Parsons was not, he wanted to end the show and they ended the show and they're all, friendly and all that. I could see Johnny Galecki showing up in the finale, but if you're getting a season, I think it already got a season 2.
It did get a season 2.
I would try and save that because this show has to be. They say in the credits that it's not an expensive show. This has to cost HBO a lot of money for this show. There's a lot of heavy effects in this.
Oh, see, I disagree.
No? Yeah?
No, I think it's a lot of practical they're doing. And the CGI is not like high-end CGI. Let's be honest. It's them putting Bernadette in and adding some red to her eyes and having her stomp around a fake city.
I'm enjoying the cameos per episode. We got Raj in the first episode. I don't
know if you watched the previews. Raj was in the first episode. Penny was in the second episode with what's his name?
Penny and Zach were in the second episode.
Yep. Third episode with Bernadette.
Third episode with Bernadette. Fourth episode. Did you watch that one already?
Yep.
Fourth episode is Mayim.
Yep.
Now, and Will Wheaton was in the Bernadette episode.
I don't know that we get a cameo in the next one. I would be shocked if we do. But they are good at not putting them in the trailers. So
they are. Oh, and the girl in the was it the Bernadette episode? The episode where they were getting shocked the whole time.
That was in the second episode. That was the AI episode.
Yeah.
That was with Penny and Zach.
That was with Penny. The girl that was the girl that liked Sheldon, the blonde that kisses Sheldon in the cafeteria and then he runs off and proposes to Amy. Like, I'll take cameos like that as that's just as great. Give me a cameo of the head of the university. Give me the HR lady. Give me a cameo of her.
I think we'll get those as we get closer to the university finally.
Yeah. Those cameos are fun too. It doesn't have to be the big star.
No, yeah, the show's a blast. It's been super fun.
Yeah.
So thank you for recommending that.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm glad. What do we got? We got 3 more weeks. Labor Day I leave. So we might be able to get a show in that weekend. If it works out. I know Labor Day's hard.
Holy crap, there's 10 episodes this season?
Yeah, there's a lot of episodes. They got a full run. I'm just trying to think.
There's
I leave
6 more episodes left. Wow. All right. Cool.
It's a lot. So we have two more shows for sure. And then I leave on the 7th. And if we could do one on the weekend, that's great. If not, we won't be doing one until I get back, which would be the 21st. Which Buddy? Buddy the elf?
Like Will Ferrell, Buddy?
Yeah, is that Buddy the elf, Charles? That's right. Charles was at Monster Mania this weekend.
Buddy Hackett? I don't think he's still alive.
I don't think he's still alive. I don't know any buddies. Buddies.
In Lanterns, we get 8 episodes. So Lanterns will be done.
Oh, yeah, can we talk about that? Shit.
That's where we're at now. That actually came out before Stuart, but I figured I'd save it because it's Tuesday. It's been out for 48 hours, but I figured I'd give people a minute so we could hit Lanterns to close. Oh, Buddy the Unicorn.
Oh, that's cool.
Do you know who Buddy the Unicorn is, Frank?
We're going to do spoilers. Oh, it's a new horror film. Okay. We're going to do spoilers for Lanterns, the latest DCU project.
It's got Kristen Milotti in it, though.
What did you think of Lanterns?
I mean, What do you think I thought? I hate everything, Frank.
I know you hate everything, but I think you actually like this.
I thought it was fantastic. Yeah.
Okay. And the reason why I think you liked it is because it was it's very Andor-ish in what they're doing right now at first.
It feels very Watchmen, Damon. Look,
Okay.
if Damon Lindelof's name is attached to it, you know there's going to be some time shenanigans.
Yes.
And God, the man loves a flashback.
This whole series.
God, does he love a flashback?
This whole series is flashback. You know what? He even likes to flash forward it.
He loves to flash every which way but loose.
Yes.
So yeah, look, I mean, we open with finding out that Hal became Green Lantern in 1986.
Yes.
And John Stewart had a weird ass childhood.
Really weird child. I actually paused and was like, what the did I just watch?
So I'm wondering.
His dad shot an apple off his head with a pistol out back of his house.
But to like make sure, and it looks like he did it quite often, but to make sure
there were
that
26 bullet holes.
Right, but to make sure he didn't have fear.
Correct.
I feel like his dad is a plant, and it's going to come back that his dad was trying to get him into the Green Lantern Corps to take it over. Look, and these are, I don't know anything that's going to happen on the show, but I spoke a few weeks ago about, we did find out that the Manhunters from the trailers,
yes,
are going to be the big bad, and like the guy that we saw was a Manhunter. Manhunters were around before the Green Lantern Corps.
Yes.
So they've been around a very long time. So I would not be shocked, knowing the history of Manhunters in DC, if John's dad was a Manhunter.
Okay.
In this story.
Okay.
Which is who wanted his son to go get into the Green Lantern Corps, so he made sure that he was the qualified replacement by training him to have no fear so that he could go infiltrate the Green Lantern Corps.
All right, so then who do you think the guy at the ranch is? Because he's obviously someone.
I think he works for Hector Hammond.
Okay.
Who's
that?
He's the Green Lantern, the Hal Jordan big bad.
Okay.
Typically, who's like the richest man in the world is Hector Hammond. And he's the guy that looks like the leader. He is like, when you see Hector Hammond in the comics, he's got like a big head because he tried to replicate the Green Lantern's power, and he ended up with like this massive head, tiny body, kind of like a cross between MODOK and the leader.
Okay.
But yeah, he's a fascinating character in the Absolute Universe too. But
okay. So Tim King, it's Tim King, right? Tom King said that Guy Gardner has Hal Jordan's ring. He said that in the movie. That Guy Gardner has Hal Jordan's ring. The ring that Guy Gardner has is not the ring that Hal Jordan was wearing at all. They're completely different styles. So the introduction of Guy Gardner into this story is kind of interesting and makes Guy Gardner more interesting because now as I recall, Guy Gardner was supposed to be Hal Jordan's replacement, but Guy Gardner got into an accident and John Stewart was the backup and became Green Lantern. Okay.
Close. Guy Gardner was supposed to be Green Lantern.
Okay.
But was it the original, but was in an accident and Hal Jordan got picked.
Okay. So I was in the right area. So the timeline of events. Go ahead. Wait, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt.
Then he was reconsidered after John Stewart.
Okay.
When John Stewart stepped back. Their
whole thing is there's only one Green Lantern for Earth, and Earth wasn't supposed to get a Green Lantern because it was a backwater planet, and they didn't want any Green Lantern there. So there's only supposed to be one. According to this timeline that I pulled, okay, 1986, Hal Jordan becomes Green Lantern. 1995 is about the time that Krypton was destroyed. Lanterns is taking place in 2016, right now, partially.
Yes.
Superman's public debut was in 2022. Clayface is somewhere in between that and Creature Commando Season 1, which is 2024. Superman the movie is 2025. That's when the movie takes place.
Yeah.
Okay. Peacemaker season 2 is 2025. Supergirl is 2026. The flash forward scenes, thank you, Damon, is 2026. Man of Tomorrow is 2027. So Guy Gardner gets the Green Lantern ring somewhere between 2022 and 2025, right?
No idea yet.
Prior. Well,
He's not even he hasn't even been on the show yet, other than the
he hasn't. He hasn't, but that's kind of around where. So if you watch the end of the show, which blew everybody's mind, and I think that this is that's not real. Maybe Hal Jordan's dead. Hal Jordan doesn't have
I think they definitely killed him off in modern day.
Okay. John Stewart's not wearing a ring.
Right. Well, he wouldn't, because Guy Gardner has the ring.
Right.
So the ring, though, and we'll see if they hold on to this. The rings all look the same, but they change based on who gets them.
Okay, that's what I was wondering is because Hal's ring was like all like metallic on the outside, and Guy's is very different.
If you're a crazy alien that doesn't even have fingers, the ring adapts. So there's a character that's a planet, literally a planet, is the Green Lantern. No, Mojo. I forget his name.
Okay.
But he's a Green Lantern that's literally a planet that like goes on adventures with him and stuff. And the ring just wraps around the equator.
That's awesome.
So the ring adapts. Like, the one that Kilowog wears is different than the one that Chip wears. It is different than the one that Hal wears.
So what do you think of Kyle Chandler's Hal Jordan?
Still not Mogo. That was the name of the planet.
Okay.
Still not. I like the character he's playing. Not my Hal Jordan. But like I like Kyle Chandler enough that he makes up for it.
Okay. And the hologram was great.
Hologram was fun.
And what about John Stewart? Now, when he showed up in the present day, he had the turtleneck and the goatee like he does in the comic, right? So that was cool.
Yeah, he got that later on in the comic. But yeah, I don't know if that means that he's going to end up taking over for Guy by the end of this season, or because John Stewart is in the next Superman movie.
Does Earth get more than one Green Lantern at any point in time? Because so much
in the comics all the time.
Okay,
all
so they
can
easily get away from the Earth only one ring, one on Earth kind of a thing.
Yeah, they usually get reassigned, but there's always a reason for that. I think there's like 5 at one point. Like right now, Guy Gardner and Kyle Rayner, who are the two. Kyle's was the '90s Green Lantern. Mm-hmm. They're both off on Oa running the training center for new lanterns across the universe.
Okay.
Because they're not on Earth, because Hal Jordan's the Lantern on Earth right now again, or maybe it's Jessica Cruz, or maybe it's Simon Baz, or maybe there's like 10 lanterns.
So they could always choose to bring Hal Jordan back at any point using comic magic.
They could. I don't think they will, because there's been so many since. I think we're gonna cycle through these guys, and it'll be Jessica Cruz by if this universe continues,
right?
Because they're now introducing Jessica Cruz in the My Adventures with Green Lantern cartoon. It's coming out, I think, next year.
Okay.
That we will get her in the main DCU probably by 2032 if it sticks around. Mm-hmm. I think you're right. John Stewart for a couple years. Have Guy Gardner pop in and out as he gets reassigned. I think you reassign him and bring him back in as comic relief when you need him for a bit. But yeah, I think the Lantern show ends with John getting the ring.
Okay. But then that would put it,
because he does not have the ring in a lot of the trailers that we've seen. None of the trailers that I've seen have him as the Green Lantern.
Well, they have him carrying the lantern at one point. There's a full shot of him walking down a road holding the lantern, but that doesn't necessarily mean he is Green Lantern yet. He could just be bringing the lantern to Hal.
Which I just heard today how the Green Lantern character was actually created, which was interesting.
How's that?
So the guy that created it way back in the 40s, 1940, went to work and they were like, "Hey, we need a new superhero character by tomorrow. Go figure it out." and the guy left, and he was an immigrant in New York in the around that time from late 1930s, early 1940s. And he went to get on the subway, and the subway not as fancy as it is now. So in the subway, they used to have a red lantern that they would hold to tell you that not to come down because there was something wrong with the train, or there was an issue or some sort. Then when everything was okay, they would switch over to a green lantern they would show to tell you that all is good in the subway and you were ready to board and ready to get on everything now. And that's what inspired him to make it a Green Lantern as the new superhero character and as the actual lantern, which the alien even asks him, right, about like, hey, when was the last time you had your lantern here? Because for those that don't know, with Green Lanterns, you have to go once. It's supposed to be once a day.
But then they change.
They seem to be stretching it out. But the ring's powered down, and you have to recharge it by saying the oath, holding the ring in front of the lantern to recharge your ring.
Right, I remember that.
I think that scene could be John was tasked to go get the lantern by Hal to bring it back so he can charge the ring.
So he can't just summon the lantern. It physically has to be with him.
Yeah.
He has to bring it around with him.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm wondering if we get like some kind of nod in the show to Alan Scott, the original Green Lantern, would be super cool, but I don't know that we will. So I think at some point they will do a Justice Society movie, which will be awesome. And would make all of these things worthwhile if we get a Justice Society film.
I'm super excited for this series. I think this series is going to be really good.
Yeah, look, Tom King's written some amazing storylines, and he hasn't dipped his toe. He's going to be showrunner, or is that Snyder? I think Tom King's showrunner on Absolute Batman 2. That might be Scott Snyder. But Tom King he wrote Batman for a long time. He did some work in and out on Green Lantern, but he's been a real voice in DC for the last 15, 20 years.
Snyder.
Is that Snyder? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Damon Lindelof, look, the Watchmen series was amazing. I still haven't watched Leftovers, but I've heard nothing but stellar things about it. So I'm excited to see where we go.
Damon absolutely loves the flash forward, flash sideways, backwards. If you watch Lost, you know that Damon loves flashing.
Yes. But I think that's it for Lanterns. I'm appreciative of Garrett Dillahunt, and the accent that the what's her name has is fantastic too. Because I always thought that she actually had an Irish accent.
Oh, from Boardwalk Empire, Megan Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly MacDonald.
Kelly MacDonald, close.
Oh, and then Jason Ritter, who I didn't even realize was in this.
Yep.
He's killing it.
Kelly MacDonald. Yes.
And Porna as Jason Ritter's mom, maybe.
Yeah. She's married to.
Dude, that was super weird. That doesn't fit John Walker or John Stewart's character at all. That was the weirdest.
That was the weirdest scene in the show for me. It just didn't. It didn't make sense. It was just kind of like, okay, that's weird.
And then none of that lined up with the character at all.
No, and then the dude makes reference to it as they're leaving.
Yeah, when Garrett Dillahunt's calling him out.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I'm excited for that show.
So, well, hey, everybody, thanks for finding the Geek Spot. Charles, it's awesome you got to meet Buddy. I don't know which one, because there's a voice and there's other people, but the movie looks like it's actually pretty fun. Once I catch up on these 1,000 shows dropping every week.
Oh, buddy.
Because we will also have Paradise back soon because they've wrapped filming last week.
Yes, we will.
So thank you all for finding the Geek Spot. You can check me out as always at jackkidmusic.com and on the socials, and you can check out Frank at
the Island of Relevancy Wednesday or Thursday, depending on my hockey. This week it should be Wednesday night at 7:00 on the YouTubes.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. See you all next time.